Well, ladies and gentlemen, the good news is all of our candidates are here for free because they believe that things can be better. So I, first of all, do want to acknowledge our 4 candidates that have joined us this evening, representing the Green Party. And if you'd like to stand and be acknowledged, Tana Boonlert. What you don't know, our Liberal candidate and my friend is already standing, Kent Hare. The very recently announced candidate for the Libertarian Party, William Hatch. And for the NDP Party, Gillian Raddy. I'm afraid I can't announce the presence of the Conservative candidate this evening. I want to just give you a little bit of background of what happened. We decided that we would move forward with Calgary Centre very quickly, and our organizer, James Maxim, actually went down to the campaign office over 10 days ago to invite the candidate, and it offered her and all the candidates 3 particular dates. We received feedback that this was the preferred date, and we did not really hear anything from the Conservative. We assumed that they were in. We received a phone call yesterday at 4 o'clock that the Conservative candidate would not be coming because she had to attend a party. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I can tell you. We are disappointed to say the least because we believe that job number 1 as a candidate is being able to stand up for your position, for your beliefs, for your party platform, and test out your ideas against the competition. We think that's fundamental to democracy. So, if you asked, you would have received a question card, and we are going to collect them after the opening presentations. Let me give you an idea. So you'll be able to submit them, by the way, when we pass the hat. So let me give you an idea of the agenda. To begin with, we are going to have a 5-minute presentation by each of the candidates. We've already selected the speaking order by draw just before we began. 5 minutes to open, and closing remarks will be 3 minutes in reverse order. For question period, we have 3 prepared questions that were developed by the Calgary Leadership Forum, and then we're going to take as many as we can from the audience, time permitting, because we do want to get you out at a reasonable hour. We did receive requests from many people, because it's summer, not to go on all night, so we're going to respect that request. So that is the agenda. I do want to say at the very beginning that we are great believers, as that historic Calgarian Bob Edwards said, that a little learning is a dangerous thing, but a lot of ignorance is just as bad. So we're here to shed some light on some important issues. I don't believe there's been a more important election in the history of Canada than the one we face in October. So we know the rules. It's my pleasure now to introduce our timer. Now this is the most difficult job of all because she receives heckling, she's spit on, people approach her with contempt. But look at this positive, innocent face Marika Knipscher. So for the opening remarks, here's what's going to happen. Marika will stand at 4 minutes and hold the yellow dollar bag. So that's, be aware. She will sit down at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So, gentlemen and lady, you have 30 seconds because at 5 minutes she will stand with the red card, at which point you can throw buns, hurrahs, and jeers. But gentlemen and lady, you will be done. So we do this because we've been doing debates now for 5 years. We've done leadership debates, we've done mayoralty debates, we've done every possible debate, and we've noticed that not everybody honors a fair allotment of time. So this is our answer to that. Keep in mind, you'll be able to submit questions when you prefer. Just a little bit of announcement in advance that the next debate for the federal election is going to be in Calgary Signal Hill, September 20th. We have confirmed all 4 candidates who've announced thus far. It'll be at the Strathcona Christie Aspen Community Association, so stay tuned for that. If you want to know more about the Calgary Leadership Forum, you can go online. We have a Facebook site. We have a calgaryleadershipforum.com site. If you'd like to join, you can join for free. And if you want to be a voting member, you can join for $20. So there we go. So, to begin, our speaking order for the opening questions are our first presenter, and you're welcome to come here and use this microphone. We would ask, by the way, that at least for sure during the Q&A session, that you would stand. We have a microphone that will pass back and forth so people can see you at the back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not using the stage. Unfortunately, this facility is not wheelchair accessible, so we're using these seating at the front here. So, for 5 minutes, opening remarks, please welcome the NDP candidate, Jillian Ratt.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you all for being here. This is quite a wild ride and it's a lot of fun. So thanks very much for being here with me. So very quickly, I'll try to be brief with my opening statements here. A little closer to the mic. A little better? Okay. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, a little bit about why I'm here, and a little bit about what I would hope to do for you as your Member of Parliament. So my name's Jillian Ratty. I'm a family doctor. I work at the Sheldon Schumer Centre downtown. I was born in Calgary. I was raised in Calgary. I did most of my education here. And I live and I work in Calgary Centre. And on a daily basis, I talk to the residents of Calgary Centre, and I think I have a pretty good idea of what makes them tick. And they're a very interesting and diverse bunch. So why am I here? Clearly I'm a doctor, I'm not a politician. But this is a very exciting part of my life for me, to kind of foray into politics. And really how I got here is after the massive NDP win in May, I was incredibly invigorated. I felt like progressive politics has a place in Alberta and like I could be a part of that and do something a bit more tangible and concrete for my party rather than just giving a little bit of money every month and hoping for the best. So here I am. I'm very excited to do something a bit more solid for my party. That's one side of the coin. The other side is I've been really horrified by the current Conservative government, and I can't think of another time in my life where I've disagreed with pretty much everything a government has done. So I felt like I needed to step forward and at least speak out about some of these issues and try and make a change with that. In particular, I've been really upset by the anti-democratic nature of this government. It's not okay that the Prime Minister only takes 5 questions a day that have been vetted by his own staff. It's not okay that scientists are being muzzled. It's not okay that public servants are being silenced. It's not okay that disadvantaged people have been disenfranchised by the Unfair Elections Act. And unfortunately, it appears that there's another example of that here tonight. I actually had heard that Joan Crockett had a family issue, so I'm a little surprised to hear that there was a party actually. And that's quite disappointing, I would say, that she's not here. From a democratic perspective. So what am I going to do as your Member of Parliament? Essentially, I want to be the exact opposite of everything I just mentioned about the Conservative government. I want to be open, I want to be accountable, I want to be present, I want to be a good advocate, I want to listen, and I want to collaborate. Collaboration is key for making good policy. The other thing I will add is that for the first time in history, the NDP is set to form government based on polling, and that's a very exciting thing, I think, for Calgary Centre. And I truly believe that Calgary Centre would be best served with an MP from that governing party. We have very specific issues that need discussing, and they are best discussed at the caucus table. So I think with that, I'm going to finish off. And thank you again, and hopefully we can have a good discussion around some other issues. Thanks very much.
What's it saying? Nice people finish fast. Representing the Green Party, Tana Boone.
Well, hello everybody. My name is Tana. So first off, I'd like to thank you very much to the Calgary Leadership Forum for inviting me. I'm pretty sure Elizabeth May would be extremely jealous that I've been invited to so many debates in the past few weeks. Secondly, well, I didn't realize Ms. Crockett had a family party. I wish she would have actually invited all of us to that. More fun. Not more fun, sorry, take that back. Having said that, let's get to it, guys. Being Green Party member is amazing. I don't have a team of staffers telling me in my ear exactly what I have to say, what I have to do, where I gotta be. I am free to be myself. I'm allowed to speak from the heart, And that is one of the key things about being a Green Party member. And because of this, I'm simply not just a customer sales representative for the party. Is this a little bit better? Oh, I can hear myself much better as well. Thank you. So part of being with the Green Party, it's all about common sense and finding pragmatic approaches to solutions. That is what we're about. Many of you think that we're just simply a one-issue party, a bunch of, pot-smoking hippies trying to tie ourselves down to the next tree that's about to be chopped down. We are not. We have a full manual that I have with me right here tonight. It's 187 pages. That's our policy manual. It covers about almost everything you can think about. We've got it. I don't know it all off the top of my head, but we can go through it together if you'd like. And most of you don't know me, and that's okay, except for my friends that are here and a few volunteers that I've dragged out here as well, and maybe some of the party trolls that have seen me on social media. But that's pretty much about it. So, like I said before, my name is Tana. The TH is actually for Thailand, and the A and A is for Canada. My mom chose that name because she thought it'd be cool to have both cultures gathered together. So, Tana. So I'm not a star candidate, I know that. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a business tycoon, I'm not a TV personality, I'm not a radio star. I'm just me. And I think that's what sets me apart from a lot of people. And when I talk to my friends, and everybody that I've gone door knocking with, I can see people are tired of politics. People don't even want to talk politics with me. Even when I say, hey, I'm Tana. No, they don't, they're so tired. We need something fresh, we need something new. We need a way for people to relate to politicians. We need to get back down to earth. We need to explain the issues at a more easy level for people to understand. Let's get back to basics, guys. So, did I mention? No, I haven't. Oh, that's a yellow card already. Nice. Okay, let's get to a few things here. Well, my political aspirations stem from seeing a constant neglect and damages that we have done to the environment. Canada has quickly become environmental laggards, pulling ourselves out of the Kyoto Protocol, making promises about greenhouse gas that we have not been able to keep. Having studied environmental engineering and having worked directly in the greenhouse gas field myself, in the oil and gas industry, I understand that economics and environmental issues have to play together to move forward in society. I'm staring at the red card, I'm sorry. Actually, you know what? One thing I'd like to say though, with the Conservatives not being here, they've done this across the nation, and this is exactly what they want us to do tonight, is fight against each other. Just keep that in mind first. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing the Liberal Party, Kent Hare.
Well, it's a great honor and privilege for me to be here tonight. I'd like to thank the Leadership Forum for putting this event on, and my esteemed colleagues up here at the front who have chosen to put their names forward for the democratic process. Really, it's no easy decision, and I applaud their commitment to the democratic process. My name is Ken Hare, and I was born in this city in 1969. Went to school here, graduated from high school, played junior hockey, had a disability here. Went back to school, became a lawyer, ended up being a politician. I was elected MLA for Calgary Buffalo in 2008. And during that time, I've learned a great deal. I've learned a great deal about what makes this city tick. And over the course of my time here, I've seen it become a very progressive city. And I mean that. But I can tell you about my time in the legislature. During that time, I learned many lessons. I learned lessons how to battle hard in caucus for issues that matter to your citizens. I've made speeches in the legislature that weren't always popular, but worked across the aisle and saw those issues see the light of day. Very proud of the fact that in 2009, I started making speeches